Good morning, guys. I'm buying an apartment today. I was thinking about getting some flowers, maybe some champagne or something to celebrate. But let's see if this deal even goes through because this the seller's been kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. Okay, here we go. I'm a few minutes late, but anyways, they got here half an hour early just to start doing the paperwork. And hopefully by the time I get there, it'll be ready so I can sign it. To be honest, I don't really want to buy this apartment. I know this sounds crazy, but this isn't like my dream place to live. I like the neighborhood a lot, and I want to live in Ukraine. And I don't want to deal with renting again. It's so stressful to me to find a place, move everything, and then be at the whim of the landlord if I have to move out again. And when I found this was like almost ideal. I'm like, okay, it's a very small place. You know, I don't think any grown man dreams to live in a one-room studio apartment. You know, I watch videos and look at photos of everyone I know back in the US. They live in these giant houses. Like, even apartments are pretty big now. Like, a one-bedroom apartment is considered a small apartment, and still it would be 1,000 square feet or 800 square feet. This will be 350 square feet, maybe 360. The only reason why I think I'm okay with it is I'm pretty used to living minimalistically. You know, I enjoyed living in the place in Thailand. I know that having a smaller place is less headaches, easier to clean, easier to maintain, cheaper to heat and cool. And I don't feel as bad leaving it empty if I'm gonna travel. And because it's in such a good location, I can just spend half my days outside. In the coffee shops, in the park, walking around, in the gym. I don't need to, be at home all the time, if that makes sense. So the other place that I really want, the 2-room one, they're still out of the country and they're not coming back anytime soon, and still the problem that they want a suitcase of cash, which I don't want to do because it's illegal and actually it's not even possible to get right now. In Ukraine, there'll be these nice fridges actually supplied by the company, which is pretty normal, like Pepsi fridges, Monster fridges, Coca-Cola fridges, but they're too cheap to pay for electricity. So these are just room temperature. But Ukrainians don't really want that cold water anyways, so it's not that big a deal. Добрый день.
Добрый.
And my notary should just be right on the corner here. And funny thing is, I just got a message saying the prices went up by 1,000 hryvnia, and the seller refuses to pay the extra 500 because we're sharing the fee. I think if it was anyone else, especially someone trying to sell an apartment during wartime and then nobody really wants to buy an apartment, especially like an old, small, one-room kind of crappy place that no one wants to live, they would just jump through hoops to sell it. But this guy would be happy to argue for 2 hours and try to negotiate the 500 hryvnia, which is like $12. So I just said, I'll pay it. Anyways, here we are. This is actually the same notary I used when I bought my last place. So I trust him. Hello, добрий день.
Джонні,
Hello.
1%. 1%. Тут половина, ось половина.
10 тисяч, так.
Да, половина. Тобто, от в мене борг 13 150. Не 3.
Ні, там менше.
Менше.
Там менше буде.
Well, guys, very good news. It's been very fast this time, and we kind of agreed to everything, and we're gonna actually print everything out and sign it, and try to transfer it all in the next 40 minutes before the notary breaks for lunch. If not, we have to come back at 3 p.m., which would be a nightmare. I'm glad this time was easy.
Так, це ми
Guys,
зробили.
finally signing the agreements.
Це ми зробили. Їдпов. 20. Ні, це не те. Де їдпов?
It is becoming official. You showed us?
Вітаю з угодою, Джонні.
Вітаю.
З угодою.
Вітаю.
Угодою.
Odorую. Congratulations on the deal.
Угодою.
Odorую. Вітаю, odorую. Oh.
Okay,
You need to
let's,
transfer the money still. He keeps congratulating me, yeah?
let's pay first of all pension fund and then the department.
Let's go.
Uh,
Oh.
От він хоче ти подивитися, що ти живий, що ти не передумав. От, зробити зділку. Тобто,
You have bad experience with Ukrainians before?
No, always good, but I'm always careful. It's like trust but verify.
Alright.
You know?
No problem.
Yeah. So that's why I hire a lawyer to make sure everything is okay. But we have
Yeah, I understand.
all the documents, everything's checking out, so we're gonna transfer the money now.
Yeah. Don't worry.
4
So guys, I'm ready to transfer the money. Everything is
Just check. Оплата за нерухоме майно за договором купівлі-продажу.
все фіксується. Ти бачиш? От?
Продажу.
Американці все фіксують.
so we got everyone here. We got the son on the video call. Say hello. Read.
Okay. Just copy
Hello,
paste.
hello.
Okay.
I alterated it already.
Set.
Yeah.
Set. And then there's tax ID number. Set. Wrong payment amount. Why? Such him.
Що то пише не те? Wrong lane.
Payment amount. Show.
Да ладно, все, уже успокойся. Сейчас что-то
USA Мафія.
Що там раз
Дубль 2.
Let's hope this works
Перший
now.
дубль не пройшов.
Because if this doesn't work, we're screwed.
Це для будущих там.
Should touch it.
Сума введена невірно.
What?
Don't like the way you write the number. Don't know.
We're on the phone.
Якщо ви підтверджуєте, що це має бути вкладка платіж і створити за реквізитом,
Try for the third time.
дякуємо.
Let's try while she waits.
Ще хвилинку. Зараз, в принципі, у нас вже вроді виходить. Підождіть, почекайте хвилинку.
Let's hope this works. If it doesn't work, we're screwed. Okay. Payments for utilities and other, it's okay? Discord.
Yeah. That's weird
Okay.
tradition, but that's...
So private bank is saying it's okay, so we're gonna pay it. Let's pay. Confirmation, 2 million, 1.7. They're gonna call now. They're gonna call on this phone, so I gotta answer.
Бажано, напевно, зв'язатися з чатом з менеджером і надати копію договору купівлі-продажу для того, щоб вони швидше могли опрацювати.
He's a great character. Okay, so we click send. It should be going through. Maybe they're confirming it now.
Yes, call.
I need a call. Yes! Check it.
Тепер з вашого цього подивіться, щоб вам зараз...
Oh, Дякую. I won't show it on camera, but very good. Guys, after many hours, many days, finally, success. Money has been transferred. Деньги, no. Ключ?
Квартира
Key?
туди.
Key.
Передати, як?
Transfer.
Transfer to me.
Як?
Transfer.
Transfer.
Ну, трансфер.
Трансфер. Кей, трансфер.
Дякую вам. Oh, finally, guys. Thank you for your help.
Yep.
Private Bank, you've been very slow, but eventually it works, so дякую.
Так, тепер можете з вашим банком зв'язуватися, питати їх, що... Там 150, там здачі.
the agents.
260, да? Надо.
Okay. Thank you, my friend. We made a good deal.
Дякую, Джонні, щоб тобі повезло в Україні і ти став мультимільярдером, як Трамп.
Need Trump. No, дякую. Finally. And Andre, thank you very much for your help as well. Okay, дякую. So the money's confirmed. They received it.
No, she will check when the money arrives in his
professional.
account and call us back, tell that money arrived, and while
Я
we'll
бачу, у
call
вас такий
the register.
Okay. I was gonna say he already gave me the key and the paperwork, but
Yeah, but basically we could start registering now, but I believe that better money come. He confirmed us that the money come and then we
okay.
register. Yes. I didn't want to warn him on that. That's
Okay, hold on. So, guys, officially it's done. It's a rainy day. And you know what's crazy is we were talking about this. The seller was being very difficult during like the initial deposit and then negotiating everything. But today he seemed like, I don't know if he just all of a sudden trusted me or he was like,
well, he saw that you really made the transfer from your side. You called to bank, you confirmed
yeah.
the payment.
Okay, and he saw,
So
and yeah.
you were transparent.
I like did everything in front of him. I made him watch me like transfer the money, but he was handing me the key before we even got even before that, I think he was like in his mind ready to like to sell it, or you know what, I don't know what it is, but anyways, he
just trading.
he transferred everything, even though the money actually hasn't cleared his bank yet, but he saw that it came from that I sent it. It just takes some time for his bank to accept it and for it to clear. So as far as we're concerned, I have the permit.
Yeah, strong считать, что register.
We just need to wait to register it. But we'll have some lunch. Thank God it's over, guys. And then today I'm going to go show you the apartment, even though here's another small problem. There's someone living in there. He's not like a official tenant. It was just like a friend of his that's staying there. And I agreed to let him stay for up to 2 months to find another apartment before I move in. For a very like token amount of money, like a much smaller amount than what it would rent for. But he didn't want to just leave his son's friend like on the street, where like, you know, have to find a new place like in a week, you know. So we're gonna give him plenty of time. And I've talked to the guy, and he's very cool. He speaks English. He said, yeah, give me a month, maybe up to maximum 2. And I said, okay, go ahead. So your job is so stressful, that's why you smoke.
Yeah, it was stressful.
Thank you for your help. I wish Tatiana was here. Hi, Tatiana. So
Autumn.
it's summer now, you know? Spring.
It doesn't feel like summer. It feels like autumn.
Yeah, I know. It does, actually. The rain. So, guys, if you guys don't remember, Tatiana was my main lawyer. But she's not in the country right now. But luckily, Andre is still here and Contact Ukraine is still here. So if you guys ever need any legal services for real estate, contact Ukraine.com. All right, I'm going to treat Andre to lunch after all the hard work and to celebrate. Hello, for 2? Upstairs? You want to sit by the window or upstairs?
By the windows.
Можно чуть? Tell me some. Okay. So this is a lime, the neon green lemonade. Andre, cheers to a successful deal.
Yes.
Дякую. Oh, hello. Our beautiful food is here.
А чи буде по-царськи?
Дякую вам. Georgian pizza. Let's see pizza. Then we got some Kinkalis coming as well. Okay, smashnoho. So guys, we have our Kinkalis here. Kinkalis. I'm surprised how slow Andre eats, because I am eating like double as fast as you.
I prefer enjoy. No.
Enjoy it. I prefer to have the delicious food in my mouth as soon as possible. All right, guys, we had a nice meal, and the good lawyer, he's back to work. He's creating the power of attorney so they can switch over all the utility bills and everything to my name without me having to go to the office, which is nice. Really nice restaurant. Gaga. The money just credited. Ooh, guys, the money went through. Everything was good. Thank God. I didn't want another hiccup, even though it wouldn't have really been my problem, because yeah, he's already given me the keys. But at least now we can register it in my name and like know everything is completely fine and there's no more BS or headaches. So, guys, I own an apartment that hopefully I can move into soon. We'll go over there, take a look at it, but there's gonna be some problems. I'm not gonna move it for another month or 2. Yeah.
Now they see the money,
So they're happy, yeah? Okay, so now I just signed over power of attorney so he can help me with the utility stuff. Alright, so now we are actually driving to Pogil, my new hood.
The best coffee you can drink is what do you make your own?
No, I hate to move.
You really?
No, I want to have a nice...
Coffee machine?
No, I have a nice coffee machine. I have an espresso machine. But I have a $200 espresso machine. The ones that they use in the nice coffee shops, do you know how much they cost? They're like $2,000-$3,000.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so there's no way I'm going to do that, yeah. So I'm happy to be living in an area That's one of my priorities. I need to have a coffee shop nearby, within 1 or 2 blocks.
Wow, that's the deal. There are coffee shops
Everywhere.
just every corner.
Yeah, and we were talking about how Podil is like the new restaurant center of Kiev, not the city center, because when the war started, a lot of the kind of businesses, there's no tourists here, number one, and then a lot of the businesses moved out of the center. So, yeah, the center, unfortunately, is not the center anymore, if it makes sense. Center of business and restaurants, at least. I knew there would be so much traffic, so I suggested to take the metro, but Andre wanted a taxi, so here we are.
Services in Podil.
Oh, nice. So we're gonna go here, and we are going to deregister the previous owner.
Tutaj zarejestrowane miejsce przeżywania, to zdaється все.
Oh, we're gonna pay on this.
Тоді.
Alright, let's go change. Guys, that was so easy, so fast. So we deregistered the old owner. Now the apartment's really mine. Fuck. Okay. Well, guys, we're all done. Everything is set. Guys, I got my keys and I'm gonna go to my apartment right now. My new apartment. I'm so excited. Well, I'm very close to my old apartment. And look at this old pre-revolutionary building. This one's like something out of Tomb Raider. For those who watched my video where I did like the Kiev Day walking tour, Podil was the old city center of what was basically the old Kiev. There was the merchants and everyone that lived down here in the lower land next to the river to get to trade and things like that. And then the nobles who lived near Golden Gate, which like the rich. Ironically, one of the reasons why I like this area so much is because normal people live here, and we have this farmer's market every Thursday. So I actually kind of enjoy living the simple peasant life more than I do the nobility of the old, big, beautiful buildings. Maybe that'll change one day, but for now, I feel like I really do like the simple life. And just a short walk later, here I am, guys, at my apartment. I'm gonna get something to drink and bring it inside my new home. My almost home, at least. I'll spend it when I get inside. You know what I realized about this neighborhood is there's another supermarket around the corner called Echo Market, which is kind of like an even cheaper version of Ata, but at least it's another option. So there are 4 different supermarkets within a block. A Supo, which is the nice one, the nice bakery. The Ata, which is my favorite. The Echo Market is a cheap one. And then a brand new supermarket 2 blocks away that is just opening. And here I am, guys. And you can see they're actually wrapping this new facade all the way around, so hopefully they'll wrap it to the back as well. But it looks good, they even painted it. So I bought it for this old brick image, but actually it's gonna be this brand new beautiful one. Kind of like a free upgrade, right? It's kind of like, imagine buying a car when it looked old and then having them basically getting a brand new paint job before the deal finally goes through. This looks way better. Can you guys see it? This looks so much better than what it looked like before. And it's gonna be warmer because it's insulation. And don't worry, it's fireproof. It's not like some crappy material. But yeah, it's completely redone in the front. They're probably gonna redo the entrance as well. Wow. Without further ado, let's finally go inside and check out the inside of my apartment that someone else is currently still living in. But I spoke to him on the phone and we made a deal. But look at this. This is what it used to look like, which I like this brick, to be honest, but that is better for insulation. Oh, it works. Welcome home, guys. You guys remember, this is my closet with the washing machine. My nice little entrance here. Hello, guys. And my home. I don't know if I showed you this crazy door, though. You guys, I'm kind of regretting this bathroom already. So it turns out they tiled this wall, but this is just some crappy paint to look like tile. So maybe I'll just do peel and stick here or something. And then this half tub and this small toilet in the corner. This isn't a full-size tub. If I just do 0.1, it's like a half tub. And this is really small. It's tight. You can stand here, but it's pretty tight. And they did this because this used to be a full tub, and that used to be in the closet. That was a separate toilet, if that makes sense. So this is actually a wet room, legally, where this was just a toilet before. But now, instead of it just being a toilet, it's the washing machine's here, and the rest of the space is a closet. And that's why the boiler is in here as well. I will say it was a very smart kind of use of space, because if this was just a toilet, there would be not that much storage. And it's nice to have an actual closet with like a place for your washing machine, but it's a small place, guys. You guys probably remember the kitchen as well. Actually, you know what? While we're here, let's look at these floors. These are vinyl, but they're in actually pretty good condition. These floors are old. Pellet lights. Yeah. These floors are old, but these are original parquet. I guess I could pay someone to sand this. And fix these. Actually, the cabinets are actually fine, but they don't really. Do they stay closed? Maybe just a lot of stuff in here. But it's only an electric burner. There's no oven in here. But actually, this window, what do you call it? Kitchen is actually a decent size. Like, I've been in much smaller kitchens before, and the fact that you can actually have the fridge in the kitchen and not like in some random corridor space is much nicer. There's room to actually sit. If I want to, I can actually put a bigger table in here too. You know, I don't think I'll change actually much with this kitchen. I'll probably just tape that up and like with a little brush make the white a little bit straighter, because that kind of bothers me. But aside from that, I'd actually probably just leave this kitchen the way it is. It has a nice tiled backsplash. I really like this pattern actually. This isn't the best for cooking, but you know, it works. This isn't the best, but it's fine. The only thing that's missing is an oven, but I'll probably just get like a air fryer or something. What do you guys think? This is a nice bachelor kitchen, right? You can cook here. Get rid of that bong or the hookah. This is a good size fridge. This, maybe I'll get a bigger table actually. Maybe one that like, because there's a lot of extra space here that's not being used. We'll see. But let's take a look at the rest of the apartment. This is the main room. Unfortunately, he's gonna be taking this TV, so I'll replace it. But anyways, I have a TV. This desk is in a great spot. Actually, I'll leave it and just put my monitor here and have my TV here. Even this is nice. Like, I would actually leave everything. Maybe move that over a little bit. I think he's gonna take his mattress as well, so I'll get a new mattress. But that's, yeah. This room I'm actually very happy with. It's actually wider than the other bedrooms, in the other apartments I looked at. It's 3 meters, 0.6, while the other places were 2 meters, 0.3 or something. So it's like 0.7, 0.8 meters wider. Another one. So I can actually fit like a real, like an actual long bed that way. The only annoying thing is I can hear the intercom from my window, which is a bit annoying. But wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. This actually has a lot of room too. So if I got rid of this little space, I can actually do a lot with this. If I wanted to, I could put a little divider up. I like how there's plenty of room. I'm actually curious how long this bed is. I've actually brought my measuring tape. Let's see how wide this bed is. And it looks like it's a 160 wide bed, which is between a queen and a king. So if I wanted to, I can actually get a 140 and still be and actually have more room in here, if that makes sense. Or I can leave the 160, have a big comfortable bed. And let's see how long this is. Probably 200, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's 200. So this is like a proper 160 by 200 bed. If I wanted to turn it and do like a Murphy bed or something like some people suggested, this would be either here. Which would come out a little bit too far, I think. Yeah. To be fair, I'm actually 100% okay with the layout of this place right now, which is why when I saw it, I was like, I can live here. But I'm just trying to think if there's a way I can maximize it. My friend Elena, which is Engen's wife, she's an interior designer. She actually offered to redesign this for free for me. I might take her up on it, but to be honest, I might just kind of move in with the existing furniture and just live in this for a while and not do anything drastic. But just out of curiosity, what if let's see. Oh, 140. Guys, what if I put my bed there? So the headboard would be there. That's exactly 140 wide to here, from here to that wall. And as long as I don't have like a wide bed frame, that means this door, when opened, the bed would still fit in there. And then it would come out to probably here or something. Let's see. The bed would go from there to here and in that corner with that as the back. So imagine this just basically shifted, but a less wide bed. If I did that, I would have this entire space here, starting from here, open. What I would do with that space, I don't know, but it is an option. If I wanted just to like really get the bed out of the way. The only problem with that is when I'm sitting on the couch, I'll be looking at the headboard, which I don't want to do. I'd rather have it here. Guys, I'm not going to overthink it. I think I'm pretty happy with the setup the way it is here, even with the bed just exactly the way it is. I can put a curtain or a little divider and just not even think about it. And then I'll have the TV in the exact same spot. To be honest, I'll either lower it, get a stand that pulls down, or just put it on the table because I hate high TVs. That I'll leave exactly where it is. I love that. Right next to the window. Guys, I'm very happy with the layout of this place. It's a little bit warm in here, but there is AC. And there is a fan. I don't know where the remote is, but this way I just push that. No, does that not work? It's plugged in. Found it. Not that I'm like a big AC user in the first place, but I just want to make sure it works. Though it's too late, I already bought this place as is. You may be wondering why I didn't inspect this place before buying it. I just figured there was someone actively living here that I can tell was actually like living here. So I assumed things like the plumbing worked and the water worked and electricity worked, you know, and there wasn't any major problems, which there doesn't seem to be. But yeah, you guys are probably right. I probably could have gotten like a full inspection or something. But I figured whatever doesn't work, like if the AC wasn't working, whatever, it wasn't at the end of the day, I would have bought it anyways and just replaced it. But yeah, it seems like it's working fine. Medea is actually a good brand. But I wish this TV was staying though. That's the one thing that is any value in here, but that's also why he wants to keep it for himself. There we go. Nice. Well, guys, I've been sitting here for a while, listening to some trance music, and I've decided this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move the sofa a little tiny bit over, and then I'm gonna get rid of this bed and get a 140 bed, but in the same spot. And that way I can kind of make it look like a day bed if I have guests over by putting the pillows on the back wall. Because right now it's so long, it looks like a normal bed, but if it was a little bit less wide, it could be a day bed. And then here, I'll probably leave that empty for now. Leave that. Maybe buy this TV off of him. We'll get the same TV. The desk I would leave exactly the same. I just got a new office chair. Because to be honest, this office chair is very terrible. But everything else seems to be good. This couch is very comfortable, which is nice. All right, let's get rid of this copyright music. I'll put on something else, maybe. Guys, what do you think if I... The sirens seem even louder on this side. The birds chirping. It's a reminder that I bought an apartment during war. Another apartment. And I'm investing more money into a country that Russia doesn't want to exist. Guys, I'm crazy, I know. I know it's not a rational, prudent thing to do. But somehow my heart chose Ukraine as my place to live. And yeah, toot. I've started taking classes to learn the language. I've invested a lot of money here now. I've just bought this place. So I'm living here now.
On Russia, Mr. President, on Russia.
Mr. President.
On Russia, Mr. President.
Please.
Do you believe the Russians are being disrespectful when they say that your criticisms of Putin are simply an emotional response? And do you still believe that Putin actually wants to end the war?
I can't tell you that, but I'll let you know in about 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, we're going to find out very soon. We're going to find out whether or not he's tapping us along or not. I can say this. That I'm very disappointed at what happened a couple of nights now, where people were killed in the middle of what you would call a negotiation. I'm very disappointed by that. Very, very disappointed. Yeah, please.
Personally, I'm very disappointed in all the excuses that we allow Russia to keep giving, but I do believe in the future of Ukraine. So guys, there's one thing I didn't mention. This apartment, even though it's only one room, it actually has 2 kitchens and 2 bathrooms. Let me show you. Down the corridor, the hallway, there is a, not public, but I guess shared kitchen and bathroom, because this place used to be a dormitory. Voila. Do these lights not work? Oh, there's. Voila. So everything works here. You can cook here. Back in the days, this place was a shared, like dorm. Like people used to have just their room. People didn't have private bathrooms or anything, or maybe some of them had private bathrooms. I don't know. But anyways, this now is a shared space. I actually don't know who pays these utilities. I hope I don't. I don't think I do. But there's gas here, which is great because if the power goes out, I can actually come here and still cook. And look at these bathrooms. And by the way, you can tell people are actually still actively using this because there's people's stuff here. And there's nice plants, so people are taking care of it. I could probably leave my plant here to babysit when I'm out of town. And there's washing machines. I actually really like these toilets, to be honest, even though it sounds weird. It even says my name on it, Johnny. No. You might think I'm joking, but those are actually really much better for your bowel movements. And I kind of miss having a squat toilet, so I might actually use that sometimes. And the toilet in my place is so tight, it's actually very uncomfortable to sit down on. But here's also laundry machines. I have my own laundry machine in my room, so I won't use this, but if I ever need to like take another shower, it's possible, guys. But it looks like this is someone's personal one because they've locked it up. But yeah, it's kind of cool. And here's the front of the street, the Atabe. So here's the supermarket, and actually right next door there's also tennis courts too, if I ever decide to get into this. Well, now that I've officially bought this apartment, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be honest with you guys. This wasn't the best purchase of my life. This is definitely not the best investment of my life. Not the best, most prudent investment. But I kind of needed, I just wanted to buy some comfort. A place where I know I can live in the neighborhood I wanted to be half the year. And it's far from my dream home. It's not comfortable enough to really host guests. But it's just a place where I can put my head down, plug in my Xbox, and just, you know, be in a neighborhood that I like being in. At the end of the day, it was $52,000 to buy, and probably another $4,000 in fees. So 56 out the door. You can't really get that in most other places in the world, especially in a good neighborhood. Some of that's kind of move-in ready. So it is what it is, guys. I'm gonna keep trying that 2-bedroom one that I like, but honestly, I think so I can actually live in that. But I think the chances of me getting that is very, very slim. I'm not willing to take huge risks or overpay just to get it. So I think I'm satisfied for now. If that one falls through, it falls through. If it somehow comes through, then at least I'll have the option. So basically, I bought myself a $52,000 option in my new favorite neighborhood. So I know definitely living here. And here's my new metro, guys. My new hood. Let me know what you guys think.